Racing to the 2025 Kentucky Derby, and Super Saturday was just that. We had races in Dubai, we had races in New York and Santa Anita. We've still got the Bluegrass Stakes coming up, but we'll take a look at Admire Daytona, the UAE Derby winner. You've got Tenma, Journalism, Rodriguez winning the Wood Memorial, and Ballerina d'Oro winning the Gazelle Stakes. Let's get right to it. We start off early in the morning and we go to the UAE Derby. Flood Zone, the favorite, coming in from a Gotham win. Heart of Honor, the second favorite at 5-2. Let's pick it up early on in the race. A fast pace developing in Dubai. You've got horses near the rail, and then you've got Flood Zone struggling early, so a fast pace early. They were able to slow it down in the middle of the race, and inside near the rail, saving ground was Admire Daytona. Now we go to the stretch run, we come around the turn, it's Admire Daytona in a three-way battle, doing battle with a couple of good horses from Japan, but getting the win down the lane was Admire Daytona. He picked up the victory. Kind of a three-horse photo here, and Admire Daytona, who had lost to Luxor Cafe a couple of races ago, comes back and wins here in the UAE Derby. Heart of Honor finishes second. Now, those two both are not nominated to the Triple Crown, so if they want to nominate them late, that'll be a $6,000 fee, and we will see if they come over. So far, no word yet if Luxor Cafe is going to come over. Of course, he won a couple of stakes races in Japan, but we could have as many as 3 horses between Japan and Dubai coming over. We will see if that develops here in the next week. The 100th running of the Wood Memorial. Let's go back to Aqueduct, and we've got a couple of scratches, Bear Claw Necklace and Hill Road. That left a field of 8, but from the rail, it was Rodriguez stretching out to 1 mile and 1/8. He had shipped in from Santa Anita. Bob Baffert trains, Money Mike Smith, the jockey. You know, early on, he was able to get a good position, and then down the lane, it was Rodriguez on the lead on the inside, Grande on the outside. Grande had kind of a wide trip all the way around, but Rodriguez, a May full, he's a late full, wins the Wood Memorial, and Grande picks up 50 points for second. Of course, his sire is Curlin. He's only got 3 lifetime races. Rodriguez, you know, he took the blinkers off for this race. He picks up 100 points. He goes to the Kentucky Derby, and he's going to be definitely a late developing horse too. I think the blinkers off helped. They did not really push him that hard in those last 2 races. And the top 3 finishers, Rodriguez, the winner, Grande second, Passion Rules, who came in 3 for 3, finished a good third. Finishing fourth was Captain Cook, the race favorite. He will not have enough points to get to the Kentucky Derby. Big race from Rodriguez. Now we go to the Gazelle. The big 3-5 favorite was Ballerina d'Oro. She broke good in this race. She was allowed to settle. A little bit of a softer pace in this race, and on the lead was the Todd Pletcher horse. Meanwhile, the others just kind of waited off that pace. We get to the stretch, and Ballerina d'Oro kicks on with Early On, who shipped up from the Virginia Oaks, and those two went all the way to the wire. Ballerina d'Oro, the gray, and Early On, both of those should have enough points if they want to go on to the Kentucky Oaks. And I think Early On is going to be pointed for the Oaks. I think Ballerina d'Oro, lightly raced. She was second in the Demoiselle last year to Mahima, and she's ran a couple of times on the turf. She's by Medaglia d'Oro, and the current Kentucky Oaks favorite is also by Medaglia in Good Cheer. Now, Ballerina d'Oro first with Dylan Davis, Javier Castellano second with Early On, De Lorraine third, and Vanilla Sunday finished fourth. Now we go out west, the Santa Anita Derby. The even money favorite was Journalism. Early on in the race, Westwood on the lead, took it to Citizen Bull. Citizen Bull had to engage early, kind of wasted a little bit of energy in doing that. I don't think Westwood would have kicked on, but what that allowed to do was Baeza to make a 3-wide move. Then we saw Journalism starting to scrub on his horse, and down the lane, it was a stretch duel with Journalism and Baeza. Those two really separated from the back. Barnes had nothing down the lane, and Citizen Bull faded badly out of the race. So we'll see if Citizen Bull goes to the Derby. Barnes doesn't have the points. Citizen Bull does, but the top two, Journalism by Baeza, definitely are two of the top 10 to 12 contenders for the Kentucky Derby in an impressive stretch duel. Journalism wins. He picked up another 100. Well, he didn't pick up the 100 points because the points were reduced. He had 47.5 coming in. He picks up the winning points here. Baeza should be able to get in. We'll see. You know, he should, with that second place finish, should get him into the Derby. And we'll see which of the other runners that have the points elect not to go in the next few weeks. The Santa Anita Oaks, Tenma, she was the big 1-5 favorite in this race. She battled early with Silent Law, and then down the lane, it was Tenma winning this race over Silent Law. Tenma, you know, she took some time off after winning that last stakes race. I think she's going to be one of the top 4 favorites in the Kentucky Oaks in a few weeks. Silent Law, we'll see if she goes to the Oaks, but definitely Ballerina d'Oro and Tenma punching their tickets today in the Gazelle Stakes and the Santa Anita Oaks. Of course, we've got the Ashland Stakes on Monday. Muhima favored there, taking on Lacara. And then Tuesday, the Bluegrass, we've got horses like East Avenue. You've got Thames River. And then you've also got some other nice horses in the Bluegrass like Burnham Square. We'll see which 2 other horses can maybe punch their ticket. Chancer McPatrick also going to get a lot of support on Tuesday in the Bluegrass. Next week, we go to the Lexington Stakes. We've got post positions on April 26th, the Kentucky Oaks on Friday, May the 2nd, and the Kentucky Derby on Saturday, May the 3rd. But impressive runs overall by Journalism today, winning at Santa Anita, and we also had Rodriguez winning in the Wood Memorial, the 100th running of the Wood Memorial. Don't forget the Kentucky Derby Pedigree Show coming your way on Tuesday, April the 29th with Jessica Tugwell. After they draw post positions on that Saturday, we'll go through all 20 horses, look at their pedigrees. Jessica Tugwell does pedigree analysis and analyzes horses for the racing sales. And the Triple Crown Prospectus all the way through the Belmont Stakes. Every Monday, sign up. It's free. And we talk about the rankings, look at some of the trip notes, and handicap some of the undercard races as we get closer to all the way through the Belmont Stakes. A big Super Saturday of racing. What did you think of Journalism? What about Baeza? We had Ballerina d'Oro, Tenma, and also Rodriguez. Leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, it's going to get good now. The next 3 weeks, we get to analyze all these 20 to 25 horses for the Derby, analyze the Oaks contenders, watch the workouts. Then we get the post position, start to analyze the pedigrees. It's going to be a fun Derby trail. And like, share, and subscribe. Kentucky Derby 2025. Remember, D. Wayne Lucas always says, people have opinions, horses have the facts.